At approximately 1:50 p.m. on Monday, August 12, 2013, police were called to the 4200 block of Macleod Trail South for reports of a collision between a black 2013 Chevrolet Camaro and a pedestrian. Upon arrival, emergency crews discovered a female victim pinned under a vehicle. The 33-year-old woman was pronounced deceased at the scene. An autopsy conducted earlier today determined that Lacey Yvonne Mannion died as a result of blunt force trauma. The driver of the vehicle was taken into custody at the scene without incident. Police believe the driver and the deceased were in the vehicle together prior to the collision. The victim exited the vehicle, and moments later, the Camaro mounted the sidewalk and struck her. Christopher Del Campo, 30, of Calgary, has been charged with manslaughter. He has been remanded in custody, and his next court appearance is scheduled for Wednesday, August 14th, 2013. I'll now take your questions.
Is this victim or the suspect known to police here or outside of Calgary?
Because this is currently before the courts, I'm unable to comment on whether the accused is known or not known to the police. That information is typically available from the courts, and as to the victim, I won't comment on that.
So were they in a relationship, the two of them?
They were involved in a relationship. From what we understand, they've known each other since February. As to the extent of that relationship and the history between the two individuals, we're trying to determine that. We're also trying to determine what happened just prior to the incident. That will assist us in developing a motive, and to offer a motive at this time would be speculative.
So you don't know why she exited the vehicle and the fight?
Again, that's part of our investigation.
Do you know what they were doing at that location in particular?
What I can tell you is that the vehicle pulled into the parking lot and sat there for several minutes. The victim then exited the vehicle via the passenger door. She walked around behind two vehicles that were parked on the driver's side of the Camaro and onto the sidewalk on 42nd Avenue. She then proceeded westbound on the sidewalk, passing in front of the Camaro. That's when the incident occurred. The vehicle was driven across 42 Avenue, the eastbound lanes, into the westbound lane.
That's a pretty busy area, lots of businesses in that area. How helpful have some of the witnesses been?
They've been very helpful. We had 5 witnesses contact us right at the time of the incident, and they were interviewed, and then 3 contact us after the incident. And again, interviews were conducted, and they were very helpful with providing information. I'm sure it must have been very traumatic for those witnesses to witness that incident. To their credit, a number of witnesses responded and assisted in pulling the victim from underneath the vehicle.
Are you also looking at any videotape?
We have CCTV video from the scene and area, and we're in the process of reviewing that video.
And he remains in custody prior to his court appearance?
Yes, he was remanded in custody, and he'll appear in court tomorrow morning.
Can you explain the manslaughter charge, why this charge was?
In general terms, it comes down to an intent. In other words, in regards to a manslaughter charge, there was no intent to kill the individual, but the death results as an unlawful act. For instance, if in a bar fight, if a punch is thrown, somebody falls down and hits their head and dies, then it's a manslaughter charge. There was no intent to kill the individual. If intent is proven, then we up that to second degree. And if it's intent and planning and deliberation, then it becomes first degree.
So in this case, do you guys believe he deliberately tried to hit her but not kill her, or was it an accident the way it happened?
We're in the early stages of this investigation, and to protect the integrity of the investigation, I can't release that information at this time. But what I can just tell you in general terms what the 3 separate charges involve.
So it's safe to say that it's still possible that charges could be upgraded?
Yeah, this is an ongoing investigation. We're still seeking assistance from the public and any witnesses who may have seen something or known the victim and the accused prior to the incident who can provide us with a history. So again, we'll continue with this investigation. If we get information that would cause us to upgrade the charge, then that's a possibility. Or additional charges could be laid too.
And I know that you aren't speaking to any possible criminal history on behalf of him, but what about the victim?
We don't comment on the victim's criminal history,
You say-
if there is or is not one.
Both the victim and the accused are residents of Calgary?
They have been involved in a relationship since February. As to the extent of their relationship, we're still trying to determine that. We do not believe they have a fixed address at this point.
Who owned the vehicle?
The vehicle is a rental.
Any other questions?
Had that Camaro hit any other property before or before that?
While in the parking lot, the vehicle was in collision with another parked vehicle immediately beside it, a parked vehicle.
So again, you can't say if it was a deliberate wanting to hit her or scare her or anything like that, you just can't say that.
No, to protect the integrity of the investigation, I can't comment on that.
And no alcohol involved in this?
There's nothing to indicate alcohol or drugs at this point.
What can you say to the, there was a guy, I guess, who brought his jack over to the scene to try and rescue the woman. Obviously a very traumatic situation. What do you say to people who jumped in like that?
Well, I think to their credit, they acted very responsibly. They came over, and their focus was to assist the victim and get the vehicle off her. Again, they acted under very traumatic conditions, and it's to their credit that they did so.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.